So here we are, we've got Sonic Mania today. So first stream in a long time. So we're gonna get everything started up. So here we go. I love that sound so much. Hello amigos, Richani here, and welcome to Sonic Mania Plus. We're going to be doing Sonic and Tails. But first, we've got to watch the lovely intro animation cutscene, because I absolutely love that. And I'm going to read off some of your comments. So we've got Matthew Lay saying hello, and RoboCrash64 saying hey. So I'm glad that both of you are here watching. How's your day? Our day has been... It's been good. It's just really hot, and I don't like this weather. It makes me feel tired and miserable. But this game makes me feel better, and yeah, so that's the main thing. So I'm doing good. How about you? How are you doing? How's everyone doing? I love this animation so much. This is probably like my favourite animation in any Sonic game ever made. It used to be Sonic CD's opening, but I just love this. And Sonic Unleashed opening is amazing as well. Sega! So good. I love, they have all the special rings, and these are the hard boil heavies. They're the new bosses in this game. I'm good. I'm missing you though. I miss you too. I've had hot days, and boy was it worse in my place. How hot does it get over where you live? Like, over where I live, apparently it's not actually very hot compared to other places, but like I'm just not used to it, so I don't like it. So it barely reaches like 30, but well, actually I think some different places use different ways to measure the temperature, so I don't know. I love how they changed the menu for the Mania Plus version. We're just going to do Mania Mode for now, but we will like do other stuff later. We're gonna I've already messed up already, I don't want to do this. We're off to a great start, guys. I just really wanted to play as Super Sonic. No, we're starting a new game. We need to start off with that Angel Island. From 70 to 80. Okay, yeah, use something different to what I use. Well, what we use over here. So here's Egg Robos, but that's not all. Got giant claw hand coming down. I wonder who that could be. It might be Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman. And it's a new jewel. I wonder what that could be. Yeah, that jewel is the Phantom Ruby, for those of you who don't know. And yes, it's the same Phantom Ruby from Sonic Forces. And basically, in this game, it changes loads of stuff and warps you all around the place. And it's crazy. So yeah, as you could see, there was the hard boil heavies that I mentioned from the intro that just appeared right at the beginning. And as you can also see, we're back at Green Hill Zone for like the millionth time. I really don't know what's going through Sega's head, or they keep adding Green Hill Zone to everything. Every single game they released last year, like the Sonic game, had Green Hill Zone as the first zone in the game, or at least in the game, even including mobile games that came out last year. And both Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces, the first level was Green Hill Zone, and the second level was Chemical Plant Zone. And it's the same Sonic Generations as well. What's wrong with them? But they're amazing game. I mean, they're amazing levels, so you know, it's fine. So here's the new special stages. You find special rings hidden around, similar to Sonic 3 and Sonic Knuckles, or if you combine them together, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And once you find a special ring, it takes you to a special stage. And in these special stages, you have two things, well, technically three things you collect. You've got these rings. The rings adds to a timer that's at the top, and it constantly counts down. Once it reaches 0, then you're basically, like, it's game over. You have to find another special stage and try again. The blue orbs give you the little Mac bar at the top. Mac bar, I don't know why I said Mac. It's secretly an Apple computer. And the more bar it fills up, the more speed your increases. Mach 3 is like the fastest. And yeah, the last thing you want to get is the Chaos Emerald, and that's what the UFO's holding. 28 degrees here. Sega really likes to plow our brains with Green Hill Zone. Yes, I know. There's probably like 50 games that have Green Hill Zone in it. So yeah, there's one Chaos Emerald. I'm gonna try and get all the Chaos Emeralds before Chemical Plant. No, before Studiopolis. Before Chemical Plant might be a bit too challenging because I don't think there's that many rings. I want to try and see if I... Yeah, there you go. I want to try and do that without getting hit. If that lands there, I think it gets a TV. Yep. And if you land it, I think it's where the sunflower is. I missed it. There's a electric shield near where the sunflower is. So, yeah. You can get an electric shield from there. But it doesn't matter. I missed it, but it doesn't matter. And I always recommend collecting, like, if it's a shield, it doesn't matter when you get it. But if you get a ring power-up, then I recommend getting that as soon as you start the next stage, because then they carry over. If you get it before the results screen pops up, then you lose the rings, like, but they add to your score for the stage you just finished, and that's a bit useless. I don't want to go down here. There's a special ring on the upper path up here. You gotta take these. I'm gonna just collect this TV just because. So I don't know if I want to whiz through this as fast as I can, or if, like, at the moment I'm kind of just like having fun collecting stuff. These lampposts, they give you like special stages. The one at the moment is Blue Spheres, which they help you unlock extra content in the game. But if you beat all of them, apparently you unlock the pinball special stage from Encore Mode. Now, with these, I usually like to travel in this path. It's going to take like 3 laps and it's a bit slower, but I like keeping the timer up with the rings. Basically, once I reach Mach 2, I will get it. For some reason I always avoid those power-ups that you jump in the sky. I'm not going to go for them, because I usually avoid them anyway, so. But basically, it's right near the beginning of the stage. There's a corner. It's this bit right here. You see he starts going in the first path and then he changes his mind. That's the easiest way you can like trick him. Another thing I should mention is every lap you take, the blue orbs or the blue spheres, they respawn, but the rings don't respawn. So yeah, the rings are gone forever as soon as you get them. Okay, now I should be able to get... Okay, so as soon as it goes back to that corner I mentioned, I should be able to get the UFO, which has the Chaos Emerald. So you see here, it gives you a bit more of an advantage. Like, because you move the same speed as it, but if you skip corners, then you go faster than it, which is really cool. So that helps you go fast, helps you get it quicker. And we're back to Green Hill Zone. Now we want to take the lower pathway, because there's actually another special stage ring on the lower path, if I don't lose all my rings. Actually shows shelf something really cool. This is like a new addition they added to this game. The elemental shields have more properties, so like you can burn this bridge. It's so cool. There's other stuff like that as well later on in the game, but that's like the first one you'll probably notice. It's the first one I noticed at least. So we want to go down here. We'll probably lose the fire shield, because like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, if you have a fire shield underwater, it's the same with the electric shield as well actually, it goes away, see? Because like water gets rid of fire. Okay, so this special stage actually took me a very long time to find. You just spin dash here, you go through the wall and it's there. And I never like knew about that for like the longest time. I think I might have actually found that when I played the Plus version actually. Like I don't remember getting that special stage in the original Mania. I'm doing well. I went on the pink area. The coloured area, basically that makes it so you go slower. I don't know what to describe or what word to describe it as. But it kind of reminds me actually of The first thing that comes to mind is a Sega Mega Drive game because this is a Sega game. But there's a Formula 1 racing game on the Sega Mega Drive, and I'm pretty sure it has similar properties, kind of like all like Formula 1 racing games. Sonic House also reminds me of. I'm not gonna show it off unless like it happens accidentally. But there's a sound effect, and I think it happens while you're skidding, which is usually happens when you're at Mach 3. And the sound effect that plays sounds really, really similar to a sound effect that plays in Phantasy Star 4, and I love it. I don't know if it's the same one, but it wouldn't surprise me because they have a lot of Sega references in this game. It's like the grass in Mario Kart. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Yeah, the grass in Mario Kart. Yeah, we're making that's probably a better comparison actually, because I'm sure a lot more people have played Mario Kart than this random obscure Sega Mega Drive Formula 1 racing game. Oh, I don't really know if I want to go this. No, actually, yeah, going this way is okay. So what I want to do is I don't want to do that actually. I think I might have missed the special stage ring, unless I can get it from here. No, it didn't work. I might have missed the special stage ring. There's if you go on that upper pathway, I mean I could try flying up there with Tails, but I don't think that will work. Where's Tails? Tails one boy. Hey Tails. Well that works, Tails hangs on the thing. Yeah, because this takes you to the next part of the stage. I'll give it one more try, if not, it doesn't really matter. There we go. No, because that falls. Okay, this one will be the last try. If I can get Tails to fly properly. There we go. Come on, Tails, you can make it. Yes, Tails! You're the best, Tails. Well, at least I know I can do it now. I didn't intend for that to happen, though. At this point, though, I kind of feel like I should just, like, give up. But now I kind of want to do it. Basically, there's another pathway. I went... Tails! Okay, I think I'm gonna just leave it. I can't even get back up there. Yeah, there's another pathway and it takes you higher up. Unless I'm thinking of this area, I don't even know. No, it is... No, okay. No, this is the boss up here. It doesn't matter, because there's loads of special stage rings. Don't give up. Well, I've already given up. Okay, I'm just gonna choose this boss because I've already gotten hit. Basically, something that makes Sonic games really easy is because... So basically, like, say Mario for instance, you get hit and you turn small, and then if you get hit again you die. In Sonic games, as long as you have one ring, you won't die. So you use invincibility frames and you can just cheese all the bosses. It makes it really easy. But, yeah. Something that I forgot to mention. In the description, there's a poll, and basically you can vote what playthrough you want me to do next for Sonic Mania. So it has all the characters, and there'll be like different versions of it. So, for instance, I put Tails down, and he'll be debug mode, for instance. So I'll play the game as Tails, but have debug mode activated. I love this little animation here. It has a different animation for every character as well. And I should mention, I forgot to write down, but Ray, the flying squirrel, his playthrough is going to be New Game Plus. Actually, I don't want to go this way either, do I? Alright, let's try one thing. My inner, my inner half speedrunner was, paying attention there. Because that's the fastest way to go, but I don't want to go the fastest way. If you go this way, it takes you to a special ring. And I'd rather go this way. I say in a half speedrunner because I kind of messed up halfway through. But that might have been because I was stopping myself. I can't even remember now. But yeah, there's a set of springs just around here, and one of them has a special ring inside the wall. Yeah, so not this one, but this one, and there's a ring in there. Now, for anyone who hasn't played this game before, which okay, there we go. Yeah, for anyone that hasn't played this game before, there is like a lot of the special rings seem like they're hidden really well, but like this, bear in mind, this is just the beginning of the game. Like, there's a lot of them later on in the game that are like hidden, but not in like a really like dickish location, you know. Like, a lot of them are pretty easy to find. Well, not a lot of them, but probably like enough for you to be able to get all of the emeralds, assuming that like you're pretty good at these, because these are quite hard. Like the first time you play these are very hard. And if you play Encore mode, which is new to Mania Plus, these are even more harder. It played the sound effect there just a tiny little bit, the one I was talking about earlier that sounds like something from Phantasy Star 4. The specific sound clip I'm thinking of from Phantasy Star 4 is when you have a random battle, just with like a normal enemy, it will play a sound similar to that when you first start the battle, and that's what it reminds me of. Either that or I just love that game way too much and I just think about it too much. Which actually reminds me, they oh, is this something? No, it's not. Yeah, they had a new Phantasy Star game announced, but it's Japan only and it's mobile only. Sad face. I don't really like playing mobile games that much. I don't really like avoiding spikes either, apparently. Okay, so if you go all the way down here, this is a really weird one. I found this like when I first started watching the Mania playthroughs when they first went live on YouTube last year. Like, yeah, there's a special stage down there. Luckily, when you go back, I like to go this way because I like to build up the blue spheres. When you go back, I might have to collect a couple of rings here. When you go back to the level, the water will be back down, and once you've reached like 4 different sets of blocks up, then I hope that makes sense. Then the water goes back. It feels so slow. I don't like it in Mark 1. It's so slow. I love it in Mark 3, but it's so hard to control. And when you're playing something like Encore mode special stages, or Special Stage 6, because Special Stage 6 is quite hard in my opinion. Well, there's a bumper there. Yeah, so you can't fall off the stage in like every area. Some of the areas, mostly the beginning stages, they have those bumpers. So yeah, it feels so much better when you're going so fast. It's just a lot harder to control. Like, the faster you go, the harder it is to control, and that is a bit of a pain. But I mean, I think it's a good way to compensate, because obviously if you go fast, like say if you're running or you're in a car, I don't know, I don't drive, but I'm pretty sure it'd be harder to steer when you're running. When you're driving, yeah. Hola, hello Fabio Canio and Ashlyn Trask just came. Hello, how are you two doing? It's good to see you here. Oh, I think they changed the crusher properties on that, because I'm pretty sure if this was Sonic 2 that would have killed me. I mean, Tails died. Maybe it's because I crouched. I'm not like 100% sure on that. There you go, the purple liquid. That is back up. I was trying to think of the quote from Sonic Generations, but I couldn't remember it. It's like, and that purple water is making me feel really nervous for some reason. There you go. Can I get this? Yes. And if you do, that did not work. That's fine though. Yeah, you can like, I usually spin dash, so for some reason I wanted to try doing the drop dash. Oh, that's something I probably should have explained. The drop dash is a new addition to Sonic Mania. If you jump in the air, and then while you're... I love this music. If you jump in the air, and then press the jump button again, but like hold it down, then it'll make this random sound. I probably should have let go after that in case I fell. I was demonstrating it. And that means as soon as you hit the ground, you do a little like spin dash without having to like rev it up. And I missed the shortcut because like I was talking and playing at the same time. I forgot how hard it is to talk and play at the same time. We'll use that as an excuse to my mess up earlier when I missed that special stage, right? So yeah, assuming I managed to get the special stage Chaos Emerald without failing on the next Chemical Plant Act, I should have 6 emeralds before Studiopolis. Okay, so yeah, you're supposed to wait for that and then not get hit, but apparently I got hit. Can I? I have to wait again. Yeah, usually if I get hit once, I just try and cheese it. Because like I've already lost like a lot of my rings anyway. So there's only one more hit. I believe there's a bubble shield, like right there. Come on. Yes! There's also a TV here, and I think that's a normal shield, but like what's the point of taking that if you can get a bubble shield? There's also a normal shield in the next level as well, like right near the beginning of the level. I can show you it. So here's a new addition to this, so you can press these things and it injects the chemical plant water with different chemical plant jelly. So as Tails just demonstrated, one makes you go higher than the other one, and go figure it's the green one. You also stick to things with this. Like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the shields actually do other stuff as well. So I don't if any of you played Sonic. There's the shield I was talking about at the bottom right. So I don't know if any of you played Sonic Advance or Sonic Adventure 2, whatever. The electric shield only attracts rings. It doesn't actually make you do a double jump, because the electric shield in this and Sonic 3 Knuckles and Sonic Generations lets you do a double jump. So in this game it lets you do that as well. The bubble shield is like bounce, it lets you bounce, and the fire shield lets you do like a little shot forward. I demonstrated that in Green Hill. They also have other properties as well, so like obviously I showed you like, ouch, the damage stuff, like the fire affects the environment, but it also protects you from fire. The water allows you to breathe underwater, the water shield. The electric shield lets you get attracted to electric surfaces, kind of like a magnet, and you also are invulnerable to electrical attacks, which is really cool. A lot of the stuff that Sonic 3 and Knuckles added was like so cool, and it's like a massive shame that they didn't like capitalize on that like straight after that game. Like they pretty much ditched it like right after that game. It didn't bring it back until like Generations and this game, which is pretty sad. But yeah, I feel like they really should have like enhanced on that. I know it might have been a bit hard with like some of them, like giving Sonic extra properties and having the homing attack. You'd probably have to map it to another button or something. I know there are Sonic fan games that let you do that in a similar way, not the exact same way. But it's kind of a bit iffy having it both on the same button, to be honest. Ooh, I fell. Makes you do a double jump, yep. Why do you need my bubble? Because the bubble was great. I saw some other comments, but it's back to gameplay. I'll read them in a second. One of them was in a language I didn't understand though. It might be Spanish, I don't know. I remember getting Spanish comments quite a bit. And like, the only reason I have Amigo in my name is because of the game Samba de Amigo. I don't actually know Spanish. But I appreciate your comment anyway. I'll read it out if you want to in a minute. But I probably won't be able to pronounce it right. Well, I got hit, but you know, at least I made the jump. So I do know of 2 special stage locations in Studiopolis. So hopefully we can get the special stages there. The issue is I know I know 3 special stage locations, maybe 4, but 2 of them in Act 1, 2 of them in Act 2, I think. But I find the level design a bit confusing sometimes in Act 2. I'm not fully used to the level design in some of these levels, but some of them I practice more than others. But ouch, I should have looked first. And I didn't look again. And there's also one where trying to think of the word. You've got to react really quickly to get to it. Anyone who's played this game before knows exactly what I mean. You go upwards, and it's right on the right for a wall, but you also go through a platform above you, and basically, if you go through the platform above you, you can't go back down. As far as I'm aware, there might be like some way, like you can use towels to cheese your way up there, but I mean, cheesing with towels is silly because Cream has cheese, not towels. Why is Cream not in Sonic Mania Plus? There you go. There's stage through here. So yeah, as you might notice, Act 1 of these stages is basically like a mishmash of Act 1s and 2s and sometimes 3s from the original game they originated from. So this originated from Sonic 2. Then Act 2 is like a different take on things. Has visto todos los capítulos de Sonic Mania Adventure. I'm guessing you're talking about, I'm gonna guess you're asking what do I think of Sonic Mania Adventures. That's just my guess, because that's just, I see the word adventure there. I messed that up. So the cartoon Sonic Mania Adventures, I think it's amazing. Yeah, there you go, a little combo there. I'm not doing like proper combos though. Oh yeah, this is the Mean Bean Machine reference. Yeah, Sonic Mania Adventures is absolutely amazing. Like, I wish that they'd make that like a full-on TV series or something, or just keep it running forever, because it's so cool. Like, it feels more like it kind of feels like the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, but without voice acting. And honestly, I feel like a lot of the time Sonic works better without the voice acting. Not to say like it's bad with the voice acting, because I like Sonic voice acting. Like, I'm sure you probably know that by now if you know me well enough. Like, I love Sonic. But like it's just so perfect. It's so good. So this is based off of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. This was like when I first saw this, I was just like fan-grazing out because it's so cool. Obviously, it's also based off Puyo Puyo, the Japanese name of it. Don't compare my games to horribleness. So which game is horribleness? Are you talking about Sonic Forces? I think I mentioned Sonic Forces. I don't think that game is that bad though. What other games did I mention? I mentioned Sonic Adventure 2. That game's not horrible. Well, are you talking about Mario? Mario's terrible. That's probably what you're talking, because your username's Sonic the Hedgehog, so yeah, you probably don't like Mario. That would make sense. So this way there's a spring. Yeah, there's a spring this way. Let's take this way. We can try again. We want to hit that platform, and it takes you to a higher route. Oh, okay. Nope. We're gonna wait like a couple of seconds. Now let's try it. Okay, I know the best way to keep this in sync. If you start back at the beginning and then just hold left, sorry, and then hold right when you hit the spring, you should be able to get it. Yeah, there you go. Lights, camera, action! It was worth resetting the stage just to hear the announcer say that. So yeah, there's a special stage somewhere, like, it's not exactly on this path, but it's somewhere close. Like, I don't think you have to take this path, but like, this is the quickest path to take. So, I may as well take this way. If you go across this way, and then a speed shoes down there, let's not get them. So, yeah, you probably saw the special ring just a second there. So this is going to warp you just underneath the special ring. See, it's right there. And then what you basically do is you hit a spring, and you stop here, and then you can just jump here. Well, okay, you might need to spin this jump, actually. Yeah, there we go. Let's try and see if we can beat the special stage this time. I have faith. I don't usually hit those things because they slow you down so much. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter when you're Mark 1. You're already so slow anyway. But I mean, it creates a bigger distance between you. I like to get this just because it's probably not a good idea to jump all over that Mario Kart grass, so that's what I'm gonna call it. Ooh, there we go. The music in this game is amazing. I just realised there's mushroom trees in the background. See, I don't really pay attention to these special stages. It's not as trippy as that one Sonic CD one though, but still, it's kind of random. You don't think there's supposed to be like Mushroom Hill Zone inspired, like the background. I know not all of them are mushrooms in the background. I think one of them's more of like a city, similar to Casino Night. Come on, get my muck free. There we go. Let's do this. Oh. So I almost did the exact same thing that I did last time. Maybe that's proof that one specific section is like challenging, or at least I'm not good at it. There, we've got it. There we go. Teenage Rebel Favorito de Sonic Mania. I'm gonna take another guess of what that says again. If you speak English, then that would be a lot easier for me, my friend. If you do, then please do that. If not, then don't worry, you can do whatever you like. It's fine. No, this wasn't the section with the special ring. Have I missed it? Or maybe I'm thinking of the next stage. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna guess you're asking what my favorite Sonic character to play as in Sonic Mania is, or maybe his favorite stage. I'll answer both of them anyway. My favorite stage is Flying Battery, because I absolutely love the music in that stage. I also played it for like 10 hours trying to do a speedrun. Probably not 10 hours, but... And that's on my channel if you want to watch that. And I also just absolutely love that level in Sonic 3, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I should say, because it's in the Sonic and Knuckles portion of the game. And my favorite character... See, I generally just love Sonic because I like his character. But if we're talking about, like, the ones you play as, I actually really like playing as Mighty. I find the fact that he's invulnerable to spikes really cool, and you can kind of make himself stop on a dime with that ground pound attack. And obviously speedrunning wise, like Ray is just amazing. I love playing as Ray. I've always really liked Ray and Mighty, and like most of the time they've only really been in the comics. But like whenever you see them in anything, it's just it just feels so good, because like they're not really in anything. They've been sitting in a bar for ages. Oh, can I get a second? No, you can't. Okay, I've never had that opportunity, so. So yeah, this is I think this is Heavy Gunner, the name of this robot, the blue one specifically. Well, all the other robots are gone. What? For some reason I thought that was the blue one. The blue one's the last one. You can probably tell by now, but the orange ones hurt you, and you have to roll or jump into the blue ones. And we got an extra life because we hit 100,000 points, which stayed over from the previous games. And you know, I've tried Puyo Puyo in Sonic Mania. I'm probably going to stick to Tetris though, because I'm grown into that series. That's fair enough. Have you played Puyo Puyo Tetris? Because that game is so good. Like, because obviously it has both of them. Like, finally, actually, I'm going to get the extra life that's up here. I don't know why, I always like getting that. Funnily enough, I actually never really grew up on Tetris. The first time I played Tetris was the DS version. I don't actually think I knew Tetris existed until I played it on the DS. And it's probably one of the best versions, until like the Puyo version came out. But I mean, I feel like that's a bit biased to say, because I feel like the main reason I like that is because it's also got Puyo, and I actually really like Puyo. I'm pretty sure I pressed jump there, but whatever. there's a special ring here, I think, yes. There's also a Card Captor Sakura version of Tetris. For those of you who don't know, that's an anime, and like that's probably like my favourite version of Tetris that doesn't have Puyo Puyo in it. Mostly because it's related to that anime. Now this is the last special stage. Yeah. I had something I was going to say about the special stage, but I don't want to say it in case the stage proves me wrong. I'll say it if I finish the special stage. Whoa! Okay, I have no idea what that happened, and I don't know what any of those noises were, but I just continue to grow with it. This is the thing, like, when I play games, like, live, because a lot of you might not know this if you've, like, stayed around from when, I used to do Let's Plays, because I used to do, post-commentary a lot. Well, that was, like, my main thing, but I usually say a lot of, like, random things when something doesn't go my way when I play a game. Okay, we just get a couple more blue orbs. This kind of reminds me of Sonic Heroes special stages now I think about it, because you collect orbs to get Chaos Emerald. Yeah, what I was going to say is the special stage is really easy, but I didn't actually want to say that in case the recording curse messed me up. I've seen gameplay of it and it looks really good. It is so good. Puyo Puyo, I personally only play Mean Bean Machine. Yeah. I mean, I can see why. Mean Bean Machine is pretty awesome. That's the first way I played Puyo. I used to play that a lot with my mum, actually. My mum really likes Puyo. Oh, and this says Genesis, and this says does, and I'm pretty sure the word Nintendo isn't in this level because, like, this game's on a Nintendo console anyway, but whatever. I guess I could show off Supersonic. If I can, like... So, a new edition, I started pushing nothing, that's a reference to Sonic 1 I assume. So yeah, there's an X at the top right, it says S, when you collect 50 rings and jump and press X, you turn Supersonic. The little X is an addition they added to an update of the original Sonic Mania. Because originally, there's another special stage ring here. Originally, it was like Sonic 3 and Sonic 2. Well, actually no, it was originally like Sonic 3, where as soon as you press the jump button again, you transform. Because in Sonic 2, it had it so as soon as you jumped, you turned into Supersonic, and that was really annoying. Because, like, not everybody likes to transform into Supersonic straight away. I personally, like, it never bothered me. Like, I know the music is, like, it's the same music constantly, but that never bothered me for some reason. Like, it bothered me a bit more in, I think Sonic 3. I think it's just Sonic, it might be the Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 and Knuckles version. Because they have like this loop and it's really short. The one that goes do 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 do, that one. I'm pretty sure it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Because Sonic 3 has a different version. Yeah, Sonic 3 is more like da, 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 da. I like that one a bit more. And I love in Sonic 3 Complete, which is a fan ROM hack thing. It lets you choose which music you want. I think it also lets you get rid of it entirely, and it also has it so you can do what this game has, where you can just auto-press it. Now, I'm going to absolutely annihilate this boss because I'm Supersonic, but basically, it's like a weather boss. It changes the weather, so the burning light thing, you go in the area that's not burning, because, you know, everyone hates the sun. And there's rain cloud. There's a storm that pushes you up and you've got to hang on those bars on the left and right. And there's thunder clouds, which you just avoid the thunder. There was a buzzing noise a second ago. That was actually a reference to when this game first got shown off. They had an annoying buzzing sound in the live conference. So as a reference, they added the buzzing sounds to this. So just like to take the mick, I guess. Now this is my favourite zone in the game. I feel like whether you get hit there or not is completely random and it's so annoying. Not there, because that was completely me and I just messed up. I'm so, I had to play this stage so many times for that race speed run. Yeah, fire shield here. I'm gonna need that a lot. And there's also a secret extra life here, which is really cool. Okay, I should probably slow down a bit here. I'm gonna take it nice and slow. We're gonna turn this game into a bit of Mario for a while. And there we go. Now we're gonna take this path down. No, this path down here, if that platform will let me, because there's an electric shield here, and this can take you to an alternate pathway. See, these let you attract to this. Now there is also another extra life here. There we go. Now there's a second lightning shield up here. Yeah, you can see it right in the bottom right there. So yeah, you can use that if that makes it easier. So yeah, you have to. Okay, I could go back. Let's go back and turn supersonic so I don't actually lose it this time. There we go. So, because I want to show off this little area because it's really cool. I don't always get to it. There's also speed shoes if you go to the right of here, but I'm not really too bothered about getting that. So you got these propellers. Now you can go right, which continues the level. You can go left, and then you go here, and then this pushes you up on the ceiling. You can only go up there if you have the electric shield, and then you get an extra life and 10 rings. And then this is the normal way you go for the level, which is really cool. So you've got little extra secrets. Now that will actually change. Yeah, and you get attracted to it because you still have the shield. Now there's a pathway down here, but I'm going to take this because if you have the electric shield, or if you're Tails or Knuckles, or maybe Ray could get up there, you can go to the ceiling, and this takes you. So you go through here. This will break this little area off. It'll take about 2 sets of missiles. There we go. And it gives you another electric shield in case you didn't already have one by getting here. And then this continues to the rest of the level. I'll show off another shield actually. Not shield, special stage. So you can go down here. There's actually a secret here somewhere. I'll show that off after. So here, there's a secret ring. And then this area here, I don't want to do that. Because I was holding like right, that's kind of annoying. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe if I just press nothing. Okay, it's not letting me go there. Up there's like an extra life and some rings. It's not letting me go there. It doesn't matter though. Let's see what the comments say. Really? Oh, I never noticed that. Was this the stage you speedrun? Yes, it was. The one I did speedrun as with Ray. There we go. So, the electric shield also gets rid of that enemy really easily. I don't know if there's any power-ups down here. I've never seen one before. But this little garbage-like area, it actually reminds me... I dropped part of my headphone. It reminds me of the garbage area in Star Wars A New Hope. Especially because the walls close in. I don't know if that's intentional, but that's just what it reminds me of. Now this second half of the stage, it mixes in a bit of Wing Fortress zone from like Sonic 2, and this is another reason why I absolutely love this stage, because it's such a cool idea to like add elements from Wing Fortress zone, because this area is already up like in the air, like it's a flying battery, like it's obviously flying, so adding extra stuff from Wing Fortress Zone, which is another flying fortress, is like, it's just such a good idea. And like the people that made this game, they literally like put all of their great ideas together and made so much good stuff. If you go this way, there's this little thing, and it can take you up here, and there's invincibility. I probably shouldn't hum the music. There's a fire shield there. You know, I'm gonna try go. So there's an extra life. I don't really want the fire shield. Oh, I just missed it. Yeah, you probably saw the extra life there. It's really hard to get if you're Sonic because you can't fly back up. If you're if you hit it underneath, which usually happens if you're Ray, then it knocks itself down, similar to like if you knock it in a tree. I'm going to try and find these items, but I usually miss them. I have found them before, but I usually miss them. So yeah, similar to like the trees, when you hit an item in a tree from underneath, it knocks it down. It's similar to that. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to hum the music, but like this is like my favorite track in the game. Oh, okay. I always find it weird that this drags itself down, because it feels like it should make it harder to land on the fan platform. It doesn't really change much, to be honest. The only thing it like throws me off with is that it goes down. Doo-doo. Maybe it's here? No, there's nothing there. Okay. I wanted those species, but okay, I was too slow. So yes, there's stuff up here. Ah, special ring. So much rings. Yeah, you can get a lot of rings in this game if you know especially if you get all the Chaos Emeralds, because another thing I didn't explain, but you probably noticed by now, if you get a special ring while you have all the Chaos Emeralds, then you just get 50 rings, which lets you turn into Supersonic straight away, because obviously you need 50 rings to turn into Supersonic. And you probably noticed these like chicken enemies, they're from Wing Fortress. All these outside sections are basically like Wing Fortress references. There's also those electric things, which now that I think about it, they're from the Death Egg from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I never really drew that parallel before. Does that always stay up? I didn't want to risk going underneath that because I thought it was going to crush me, but apparently that was just staying up forever. Some shields actually, well I think all shields maybe, they deflect projectiles as well, which is really cool. Now I'm just going to continue going this way. There we go. Now this is going to take you down here, but you can quickly jump up here. It takes you a different pathway, because there's so many pathways in this game. Sonic Forces, you should take some notes. Okay, oh right here, if you have like a version that isn't the Switch version, then you get an achievement for going through there. I don't know why. It's pretty random. It feels like it should be a reference to something, but I can't think of what it would be a reference to. Something that I'm going to have to change for future live streams is to make sure my computer isn't on screensaver mode, because it keeps kicking into a screensaver and I have to keep shaking the mouse. It doesn't matter though. I'll change that for future reference. I'm kind of surprised I have like 300 rings, but I'm very happy because I absolutely hate this boss that we're going to be encountering soon. It's probably my least favourite boss in the entire game. But maybe I have a close second, and it's new to Sonic Mania Plus. For those of you who played Sonic Mania Plus, you probably know what I mean. And before like you think, oh my god, how could you hate that boss? It's so cool. Like, it is really, really cool. I'll explain why I don't like it though when we get to it. Okay, I'm just going to transform to Supersonic. I hate this boss. So basically, if you... It shoots those things. If you hit it while you're Supersonic, like, you can launch it really far, and what you're supposed to do is launch the bottom half of him into the spikes. And while he does that, it doesn't do anything. So what you're supposed to do is use this little spinny thing, and then, like, jump on that and then push him. It's really awkward though, like, honestly, I don't like it. I don't like this boss. I don't know how that hit him, but I don't care. Anything that gives him more hits is fine by me. There we go, there's one. I don't know what count we're on, I only usually count, like, hits if I'm, like, constantly bouncing on him, which I only really do in Sonic 2, because all the bosses you can just beat by jumping on the thing on top of him. Okay. Let's get this, there we go. And then we'll read some of the chat. is Supersonic is cool. Supersonic is really cool. I love Supersonic so much. It's a shame Hypersonic isn't in this game, but I don't think we'll ever see Hypersonic ever again. BRB. Okay, see you in a bit. Starfish. Starfishes are the best. Hello, Donald, the shy pianist. Hello, Glitch. Oh, Robocrash is back. Hello, Robocrash 64. Ooh, Spider Egg. Yep, Spider Egg does whatever a Spider Egg can. 300 rings. Yes, 300 rings. This is a new zone for Sonic Mania. So I explained before, like, they had some zones returning, which is, I mean, I don't mind it so much. Green Hill is a bit annoying, and Chemical Plant is a bit okay, but some of them, like Flying Battery, I don't mind at all. But like, so this stage, I'm going to show you a secret stage thing. This stage and what's Lights, Camera, Action called again? It's literally lost my mind for some reason. Lights, Camera, Action. Why is that? Why is it not? Studiopolis, there we go. I don't know how I lost the name for that. It's like one of the greatest level names ever. Yeah, those two are new zones in this game. There's 4 new zones, and the rest of them are all reused zones, but like, made new. Oh, yeah. This is like really cool. I love, like, I assume they're supposed to be like cherry blossom like trees, because there's a lot of like trees in this. It looks really nice. It's very Japanese inspired, which is why the boss you fight in this is Hardboil Heavy Shinobi, which is a reference to the game, Sega Mega Drive game Shinobi. It even has the same sound effects. Those buzzsaw things always throw me off sometimes. So I kind of don't want to transform into Supersonic just to see how well I do. The only thing is I get scared in case I lose rings. If I lose all my rings, I kind of get annoyed. And oh yeah, I get the extra life. Yeah, if you hit that little switch, there's like a purple light. Okay, yeah, I hit it. I didn't really want to hit it, but that blocks that off. And unless you get the extra life. I'm pretty sure there was an alternate pathway you can get by doing that, but I can't find that out now. And yeah, there's a sub-boss first, and then the Hardboiled Heavies in the second act. Because like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which, I mean, I don't know why I'm pointing this out, because we've played like 4 zones by now, but like that game, you can, you fight sub-stage bosses, which I quite like. Like, in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I feel like, in a way, sometimes it kind of dragged. It kind of depends on the boss, though. Like, I didn't like the Sandopolis one, where you couldn't actually hit it, so you had to wait for it to kill itself. And there's probably a few others I don't really like. But in this game, I feel like all of them are really solid. The only one I don't like is the one in Oil Ocean, and that's because it's too easy. There we go. I don't know if I had to be Supersonic for that, but whatever. Basically, it goes in a constant loop until you make the jump that I did. Like, the stage will keep looping forever until you go to the top path of that tube. With that boss, you let him use the buzzsaw to whack the boxes, and then the boxes will break his saw, and then that leaves a part of him open, and you can attack him. Unless you're playing as Mighty, then you're completely invincible against that boss because you don't get hurt by spikes. And now going on to Act 2. Such a lovely level. This one introduces some like ice cap elements, which is really cool. Pun is intended with that, actually. Those spikes are ice spikes, so yeah, they can be broken using a specific way, which I probably will show off soon. And yeah, here you can break the ice as well. You probably noticed there was platforms being shot out. You'll see them again in a minute, and I'll point them out when we see them. But those are Asterons. Those who don't know what Asterons are, they're these starfish enemies from Sonic 2 Metropolis Zone, which is really cool. They're probably like my favorite badnik just because they're starfishes. I feel bad calling them badniks, to be honest, because they should really be called goodniks because starfishes are awesome. But whatever. Yeah, you probably noticed. So those ice things from Ice Cap Zone, they turn you into an icy Sonic, and that's a funny thing because Icy Sonic as well. But yeah, any more puns? But yeah, they allow you to break the ice, and the only way to break free is to break the ice. Can't stop now, rock and roll. In his world. And some of the ways you can, like, the only way to get through certain parts of the level is to use that. Like right there, you have to use the ice to get through there, otherwise it'd be impossible. I mean, there might be an alternate pathway, but I usually only take that path, so I'm not really sure. This is one of those zones where I feel like I take the same path every time. Like, it's not that I don't like exploring, it's... Actually, I think I'm taking a different path now, I don't think I've been this way. It's not like I don't like exploring, it's like... Do any of you ever get this feeling where you play a game and you're like, I want to explore, and then like, sometimes you just instinctively play the same place, go through the same route that you always take, for like, no reason at all. So, yeah, that happened to me a lot with like Sonic games. Mostly because you go so fast, and his hardball heavy shinobi, so... Yeah, he jumps around like this. You can only attack him while he's in ball mode, and then you can only hit him when he gets stunned like that. His sword can't hurt you. It turns you into ice. It's like, I was frozen today. And yeah, the only thing that hurts you is the Astrons, but if you turn into Ice Sonic, I'm just going to call it Ice Sonic, then you don't get hurt by the Astrons. The Astrons also break apart like they do in Sonic 2. So, this boss can turn into a bit of a mess, and it can serve to be quite difficult for newcomers, but because of the thing I mentioned earlier with the invincibility frames in Sonic, it's not really too difficult. Like, obviously I'm getting hit a lot. I don't usually get hit this much, actually. This should be the last one. Nope, it's not. This should be the last one. Yeah, thanks Towers, you stole my kill. It's a good thing this isn't like some first-person shooter, otherwise I'll be really annoyed. Okay, let's see the chat. Te has... Oh wait. Oh, guys, cussing. Te has pasado juegos de Sonic. Es Naruto. Again, I don't know what that means. No, I don't mind Naruto if that's what you're asking, because I see the word Naruto. I don't mind the original Naruto, it's good. Tails is the best. Tails is awesome. Tails is so cool. I don't like what they've done to Tails in Sonic like Forces. And when I play through that game, I can tell you what I mean, unless you've already, like, if any of you have already played that game, then you know exactly what I mean. But aside from that, Tails is awesome. Especially in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, Tails was just so good in that game. Character-wise. Gameplay-wise, he was amazing in Sonic Adventure 1. Adventure 2, he was good. In my opinion, anyway. Now, as you can probably tell, we're in Stardust Speedway, which is a level in Sonic CD, which is inspired by Starlight Zone from Sonic 1. So it's a level that's inspired by a level that's inspired by a level. I feel like with Sonic CD they kind of like wanted to keep to the same zones as Sonic 1, kind of like how Mario sticks with the same zones. But I think they made a good move with Sonic 2, having new stuff. I feel... I haven't played CD in a while, but I feel like the launchers of Springs are a reference to Collision Chaos from Sonic CD. I think it's Collision Chaos. I don't want to go down there. I opened it up, but my inner Sonic wants me to just hold right, so you know. That's how you play Sonic games, right? You just hold right. The music is really cool as well. It's like it's quite slowed down compared to the original, from what I remember actually. I'm surprised I missed that spike. And the boss of the zones actually, I quite like the boss of this zone. It's like a really unique concept, which they actually go into more than once in this game actually. I'm pretty sure another Sonic game did the same thing, so it's a reference to some other Sonic game. It's a reference to the Game Gear Sonic games. I think specifically Sonic Chaos. I'll explain what I mean when we get there. Let's go. Go Super Saiyan. I like the music in the stage, but I want to listen to Sonic House apparently. Let's get that spring again, try again. Yeah, because you hold down like a specific button to go in a specific direction, like you do in like every game, because you switch directions a lot, it makes you like do that. So yes, that giant enemy there, you probably notice, is a bigger version of the small fireflies you saw in the level. The firefly enemies, which are also from Sonic CD. I don't think they were from Starlight Zone though. I believe they were in the last zone of the game of Sonic CD. I can't remember what the zone's called. I think it's Wacky Workbench. Yeah, it's Wacky Workbench. Sonic is best scale. Sonic is best scale, yes. And now we've got another Sonic CD reference here. So in Sonic CD, if in the past you could break those, and they would they're basically robot generators, and they turn the animals into robots. And then you have the time travel mechanic, where if you go at a certain speed, kind of like in Back to the Future with the car, you can travel in time, depending on the signpost you hit. It takes you either to the past or the future. As I was getting with that boss that I just fought, so like I said, it was based off of a badnik in the level. A lot of the bosses in Sonic Chaos were just like badniks, but bigger version. It might not just be Sonic Chaos, it might be a lot of the Game Gear Sonic games. But Chaos is the one I remember specifically, and apparently I can't get over this. I feel like the level design in this game is a bit... not this game, this level is a bit of a mess. Mostly because it's inspired by Sonic CD, and the level design is a bit of a mess in that game. Not to like bash CD, because I absolutely like love that game. It's just, I just find it a bit confusing sometimes. It's like, it's mostly a problem in CD, but a lot of the stuff, I saw one instance of it there actually, but I zoomed right past it. Basically, oh, this is a reference to CD as well. They have those in Sonic CD. It's kind of hard to tell whether something's in the background or the foreground sometimes. That's my best way of explaining it. Hey, he's doing my little like wag finger thing. So this boss has a couple of phases, and it has that lovely music. So luckily this is at least a lot better than the boss in Sonic CD, because in Sonic CD you were just racing him with really bad level design, and I did not like that at all. But here, first you avoid him, and once you get to here, he powers himself onto this generator. And those little mini Sonics, they are from Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, because there was a different type of Metal Sonic. I don't think they're called... I can't remember what they're called. Yeah, that's what they're from. Oh wait, no. I died, okay. I think that was my first death, actually. First death. I'm very proud of that, actually. Because I feel like I usually die a bit earlier. there was something else I was going to say. They changed the properties of how this boss works in Sonic Mania Plus. Well, technically they changed it in the update to Sonic Mania, but the update came out at the same time Sonic Mania Plus. That's if you don't count the fact that the patch got leaked. But it was supposed to come out at the same time as Sonic Mania Plus. That's what I'm saying. So you probably noticed that I had to use these mini Metal Sonics from Sonic 2 Game Gear to hit the Metal Sonic at the top. Now originally, so he's going to show off this way. I don't know how that happened. So you see when they destroy, they have little fireballs come out. Yeah, that is new to Sonic Mania Plus / the update. Originally, what you were supposed to do is, yeah, this. When they roll into a ball, you're supposed to knock them back. But a lot of people had issues with that, so they changed it a bit. The boss also now takes less hits, which I think is better. It dragged out quite a bit before. And if you hit him using the spin dash version of Sonic instead of the fireballs, it does more damage. Now this I thought is really awesome. This is a reference to technically, at first I thought Knuckles Chaotix, because it looks like the... Ouch, no please, oh great, I lost the ring. What's he gonna do? Gah, I don't like that. Because it looked like it looked like a blue version of the red Metal Sonic from Knuckles Chaotix. But someone pointed it out, and I also feel the same way as they do. I can't remember who pointed it out. It was some live stream I was watching. But basically, it seems like the Metal Overlord from Sonic Heroes. And I like that more because I love Sonic Heroes. Now, you may be thinking, wow, you're dying a lot on this. Yeah, this is the boss I was talking about, which is probably my least favourite boss in the game now. Especially this phase here. So originally, this was just a massive wall following you, and it was Metal Sonic, and they changed it so the Phantom Ruby turns him into this. And I find it so finicky. Ugh. Because those hands hurt you, and, thank God, there's a pit right behind Metal Sonic, and it's an insta-kill, as you noticed before. I hate it. I don't like the way they changed this boss. Like, it's really cool they made the cameo. I feel like what they should have done is make it so there wasn't, like, a bottomless pit. Aside from that, it would have been perfect. It kind of actually reminds me of the Death Egg boss at the end of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Not the one where you play Super Sonic. Speaking of Sonic 3, Hydro City Zone. Not to be confused with Hydrocity Zone, because it's pronounced Hydro City, not Hydrocity. I wasn't paying attention to the title card, but I think they fused the words together. And that's why everyone calls it Hydrocity Zone. But it's Hydro City. That's how Sega said it was pronounced. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I probably should have looked at the comments during the screen transition. But instead, what I will say is, in the description, I mentioned this earlier, but I'll say it again, there is a poll. And in the poll, it lets you decide what character I'll play next in Sonic Mania for the next live stream I do. So, if you want me to play as Ray, I can play as Ray. If you want me to play as Mighty, I'll play as Mighty. Knuckles, Tails, or maybe you want me to try Encore Mode. Encore Mode has a special thing where it lets you swap between all of the characters, which is really cool. So you can choose. I should also note, Ray will be New Game Plus. There's a couple of other things on there. You'll notice them. I wrote those down, like Knuckles has and Knuckles mode, because I have to play the game with two Knuckles. Like, there's no other way to play this game if you should play as Knuckles, right? Technically it's Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles, but whatever. We'll save that as like a mini like spoiler for when we get to the end of the game as Knuckles and Knuckles. So you probably noticed there's these bubbles that we're inside. Those bubbles are a reference to Sonic 2 on the Game Gear, and the thing I absolutely love about this game is because they're fans and they just go all out with all these references. And if you're like as hardcore into Sonic as I am, you just know all of these references, and it just feels so good. I believe the boats are also a reference to something, but I can't remember what. If someone wants to write in the comments if they know what the boats are a reference to, then go ahead, because I actually can't think of it at the moment. Unless they're just a new addition for Sonic Mania. There's also some Labyrinth Zone references. Those are the sections where you're hanging onto a bar under the water. I feel like I'm talking like way too much. Well, not like way too much, but like I'm making myself go out of breath occasionally. Is what I mean. I'm trying to think this boat is a reference to. I can't remember. Most of this at the moment is just Hydro City. Those little hangy things, like the thing that you hang on and open Sonic up, it actually reminds me of what's the place called? It's from Sonic 2. I just got hit by an enemy because I was stupid. What's the level called? I should know the level. Why don't I know the level? Mystic Cave, that's it. Mystic Cave. Because you have those little things that you push, and it opens up an extra part of the level. Probably a reference. I won't put it past these guys. I can't think of what the boat is supposed to be from. Someone's probably wrote it on the comments already, and or maybe they haven't, I don't know. Maybe it's new to Sonic Mania. I mean, not everything's reused. And we're about to reach one of my favourite parts. I kind of feel like this is a bit of like an inverse reference to Sonic Labyrinth, where you have to go up and the water is rising, but instead the water is lowering in a way. Well, the stage is lowering, or whatever. And we can ignore those countdown thing because that's for Tails. And I stole Tails' shield and he's gonna drown. Ha! You thought those were mine. And, wait, no, that's not, yeah. We're about to get to the cool part. So remember the boss from Sonic 3? We get to play as it. So yeah, we get to see how Eggman feels by going in this. And honestly, it's pretty easy. I say that as I get hit. It's like, right here you want to stop, because that's going to hit there. You can press down and it drops these bombs. It's not very useful in my opinion. Like, I think it's better to just do this. But it's there, you can do it. It is a thing. There we go. It isn't 8 hits. Usually these bosses are 8 hits, but this is a lot less than 8 hits, as you can see there. Okay, let's see. I have no clue. Changing water levels, reference to Ocarina of Time. Yes, it is a reference to Ocarina of Time. Sonic was secretly planned for the Nintendo 64. Ocarina of Time, you originally were going to play as Sonic in that game. They ended up changing it to Link because they found out they gave Sonic a voice actor, and Link is not allowed to say any words that aren't here and skra, so they had to cut the Legend of Sonic Ocarina of Time. I guess it would be the Chaos Emerald of Time, but whatever. And yes, now we've got the tubes from Hydro City Zone. Now this level kind of follows like a bit of an opposite trope. Like, so earlier I said... Wait, is there something over here? Oh, it's the bubble shield. Yeah, bubble shield. Yeah, something I said earlier is a lot of the stages, the first act is like the original version remixed, and then the second act adds something completely new. With Hydro City Zone, it's like the opposite. And they kind of play around with that in a way because the bosses are also the opposite. So, what I mean is, the boss for the one we just fought, that is the second boss of Hydro City Zone from Sonic 3. And the boss that we fight in this act is the first boss of Hydro City Zone, so the one in Act 1 of Sonic 3. So they kind of inversed it. Which is kind of cool, I guess. I love the elemental shield so much. Like, I don't understand why, like, I said this earlier, but I don't understand why they took such a step backwards after Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like, and I'm saying that as somebody who never thought that Sonic 3 and Knuckles was the best Sonic game. Like, I always thought Sonic 2 was the best Sonic game. But I could always understand why someone would say, oh, Sonic 3 is the best. Like, I wouldn't, like, argue with that. I'd be like, yes, yeah, sure. But I definitely feel like Sonic Adventure took a lot of step forwards and steps backwards at the same time. Everything it did right, it did like really well. It's like, yeah, I think it's like it was a really, really good like jump to 3D, but there's a lot of stuff they took out, and I don't understand why. Now, if we're going to go on the topic of favourite Sonic games, and while I do that, I just knocked my headphone off again. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go on the subject of best Sonic games. So like I said, my favourite Sonic game was Sonic 2. If we're going by 3Ds, I add in Sonic Heroes and Sonic Colors. And if we're going by multiplayer, Sonic Adventure 2. But like, it's all changed this game. This game, Sonic Mania Plus. It wasn't so much with when Sonic Mania was out, I was kind of iffy. Like, I kind of preferred Sonic 2 still. But now that Plus is out and you have like Ray and Mighty, and I can definitely say that this is my favourite game in the Sonic series. Wow, this is another callback to Hydro City Zone from Sonic 3. I mean, that was stages, but that specific section was. And we get to run on water. I was moonwalking for a second. Now, I would like to not lose any rings. That would be really nice. So we're going to the boss. Can I get... Wow, one ring away. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, if I was one ring away from an extra life, that would be really annoying. Okay, so what you want to do here is you hit these, and then they bounce back, and then they hit them. And then they add bubbles, and you make that little noise. And then, obviously, that gives you more air. And you just want to keep hitting those. That's the first half of this boss. The second half of this boss is the boss from Sonic 3. Oh. And obviously if you get caught on those things, the blocks, you will hit into the boss, and that's no good. A couple more hits should do it, maybe one more hit. And you also... Eggman follows you, so you do want to try and push him back down to where it is. I'm going to go Supersonic here. If I can. Okay, if I stand still, he'll walk into me. There we go. Yeah. And if I stand still again, he'll walk into me. If I spin dash up, there we go. Wow, I've never seen him do that 3 times in a row. He usually does it once or twice. No. Okay, this is going to drag out the time a little bit. Gonna make a smoothie, guys. Gonna be Sonic and Tails flavoured. Add a couple of Chaos Emeralds there, because Eggman's on a diet, you can tell by his chubby stomach. And there we go. Let's see. Play... let's go. Changing levels, reference to Mario. Yes. MLG. Play as Tails with Tails as a partner. I wish you could do that, you can't do that. The only partners you can have are Sonic and Tails. You can add Knuckles to anybody, and then you can have anyone as a partner in Encore mode, but it can't be the same character twice. Now, this is a reference to Sky Chase from Sonic 2, and Mirage Saloon is a new zone entirely, which is really cool. I don't really like the fact that there's a tornado level though. Like, I don't hate these. As a matter of fact, the music from the Sonic 2 version is probably my favourite music in the whole game. But, like, I don't know, I don't hate these. And if you play this as Mighty, you can literally like just hold one button throughout the whole stage because it's invincible to spikes. I think there's one area where you have to jump and that's it. Oh. And the enemies are like pretty much recolors of the Sonic 2 Sky Chase enemies, which is kind of a disappointment, but whatever. In Encore mode, this stage is gone entirely, like this act. It's a completely reworked stage where you just play like a normal Sonic level on foot, which I much prefer. And if you play as Knuckles, he gets his own stage as well, instead of this. As you probably noticed at the beginning of the stage, Knuckles was on the tornado, but he's not on the tornado anymore because he got knocked off. Because Knuckles gets knocked off, and if you're playing as Knuckles, you go down to where he falls, and you play that level instead of this one, which it's such a cool like concept. They had stuff like that in Sonic 3 and Knuckles as well, and I really love the fact that they brought that back. And now we've got a train, which I feel like is either a reference to Sonic Triple Trouble with the train, or Sonic Adventure with the train in Gamma's level. There's a special ring here. This one's pretty easy to find. The music here is actually quite good, actually. I quite like the music. I know we can't go this way. If you go around, so here, you can drop down here, and then you get that shield, which is really cool. Now, I can transform into Supersonic. I don't think I want to, because you move so fast to Supersonic, you actually go flying off of the tornado if you can't control it well enough. And usually I go out of control when I play as him, and so I just fall off. So I'll stick with this. But I hate this boss. This is the other boss that's based off of a Badnik. It's based off of a Caterpillar. Caterpillars were enemies in Marble Zone from Sonic 1, and then obviously they have this big version here, which is pretty cool. I feel like he's easier to hit in the section that just happened, like these sections. When he goes towards the screen and away from the screen, like here, it's so hard to hit him, and I don't like this. Now, luckily we have a shield, so we can take an extra hit. Because he has he's bouncy on the underside, but he's got spikes on top. It's kind of annoying. There we go. The way Tassoon's is cute, it is, yeah. Oh no. And then right here, it should take us to... So I think you get knocked off. So he's going to have a cameo appearance here. That's Fang the Sniper, also known as Knack the Weasel. Now, it won't always be Fang the Sniper. Sometimes it's been the Dynamite, and sometimes it's Bark the Polar Bear. And they're part of what fans like to call Team Hooligan. They were 3 enemies in older Sonic games. Bean and Bark were from Sonic the Fighters. Fang was also in Sonic the Fighters, but his first appearance was actually in Sonic Triple Trouble. As you notice, I can move the thing here. Something I find weird, I'm actually going to show this off. So you see I went through the little sand loop, and the sand went as I went through it. If I go this way, The boxes don't actually fall until you go back. I don't understand why. It's kind of weird. I don't really want the fire shield. I love the electric shield so much. It's my favourite shield. I love the double jump and I love attracting rings. Yeah, you can probably see it has some like casino elements. I think I did skip over a special stage ring. I don't think I can show that off now. Oh, is it in? Ah, it's here. So you move this, you fall down here, and you go this way. Special ring though, in case you need that. They've got there's little green caterpillars as well. There's the bar here. Yeah, there you go. There's Team Hooligan as well. They're wanted. There's Bark the polar bear at the bottom, Bean the dynamite, and Fang the sniper at the top. I love the star-shaped balloons. So, as stated before, there is a poll in the description. You can vote what character you want me to play as next for the next stream. Not every stream is going to be Sonic Mania, but I have like quite a bit of stuff planned for this game. As I said earlier, it's my favourite Sonic game, so yeah. Ray the Flying Squirrels playthrough will be New Game Plus. I was trying to transform into Super Sonic, but it didn't let me because I didn't want to lose all my rings or whatever. Sometimes, like, you probably noticed there was like a red ball chasing us. It's like an enemy, which is a reference to Spring Yard Zone for Sonic 1. What I was going to say was sometimes I think it's Knuckles for some reason because it's a red ball. It can be a bit annoying, but it's funny at the same time. Oh my god! I just noticed that the King Egghead, the hardboiled heavy robot that was on the wall at the top. His eyes follow you. That's so creepy. Yes, I know. I'm being supersonic. I'm choosing this boss, aren't I? Now you have to hit each phase twice, and it changes. Usually you can't hit it twice so quickly unless you're supersonic, but I'm supersonic, so it's a bit easier to hit it twice. If you're not supersonic, it is possible. It's a bit harder. There we go. And we need to go right. Sometimes I like expect it to transition straight away, but it's probably because I need the capsule. There we go. And we're going to send off. You see Oil Ocean Zone in the background, but that's where we're going next. This zone is so cool. They added a new addition to this, and for anybody who hasn't played this, I'm not going to say it until it happens. And it should be quite soon, actually, if I can do it right. I mean, if I can't do it right here, it's definitely going to happen later on. Okay, right here. Okay, that takes... There we go. If you have a fire shield, it burns the level because it's made of oil. That's new to this game. It's so cool. I love it. It reminds me of Some Call Me Johnny did an animation where he reviewed Sonic 2, but he did an animation of Sonic lighting a match and throwing it in Oil Ocean, and then the whole place exploding. It reminds me of that. And I like to think that they were inspired from that, but who knows. Because, I mean, they were fans. They might be fans of Some Call Me Johnny, you never know. Like, fans made this game, for those who don't know. And I lost all my rings, but at least I got an extra life before I lost them all. I have 28 lives. That's quite good, actually. I usually have about that much by the end of the game, I think. And let's say we are roughly just over halfway. We're not living on a prayer, but we're halfway there. I'm trying to think if there's any more references in this level, because I can't remember any at the moment. It just seems, at the moment, it just seems like straight up Oil Ocean Zone. Yeah, the octopus enemies were from Oil Ocean Zone as well, and these slides are on Oil Ocean Zone. Obviously, like I said before, Act 2 changes things up. This music's so good. Obviously those spikes down there hurt you. Seahorses. Yeah, they are in Oil Ocean Zone. I think they're a different colour in this game. I think they were blue or purple in the original. One thing to mention, there are penguins on this level when you save the things, when you break the bosses. Okay, that. But, oh. I'm getting hit so much, wow. And this was the boss I was talking about, where I said it's like the easiest boss in the game. Oh, apparently I suck. This is why I love Some Call Me Johnny. Yes, Some Call Me Johnny is so good. Like, my favourite YouTuber. Well, Some Call Me Johnny, Scottish Duck. Those are my favourite YouTubers. I think there's one more. I can't think of the top of my head right now. Brain Scratch Comms might be what I'm thinking of, and I count that as Some Call Me Johnny, to be fair. I do really like the commentators as Brain Scratch though, so. Yeah, this zone has references to Sandopolis Zone. I never use these things. Why did I bother pushing it? As you can see, the level's getting darker. Now, Sandopolis Act 2 had something similar to that. And when the screen gets to a certain amount of darkness, your rings will start going down. You have those little pulley things that just go on and they bring the light back to the level. So, yeah. Basically, you want to keep trying to find loads of them, otherwise your ring count will go down when it gets really dark, and you'll die, obviously, if you lose all your rings. Yeah, it will insta-kill you if you have no rings. Let's get this, and then there's another one of these things down here. And those are the exact same pulleys they had in Sandopolis for the thing I was mentioning earlier. There's a secret stage down here, actually, or secret ring, which would be a secret stage if I didn't have all the Chaos Emeralds. There we go. Now, obviously the screen is getting very dark, but it will take you to a lever pulley thing. I kind of want an extra life, but it doesn't matter. I could try to get out there. Let's use this. So I don't want to lose all my rings, and the boss can prove to be a bit challenging. Can I have Tails? Can you come over here? Tails! Oh, come on, buddy. Okay. That's it, Tails. And now, even though I'm supersonic and I can fly, I still need Tails. And then, there we go. So this is why I love having Tails with you. Like, people usually turn Tails off because, like, you can mess up some of your bouncing with the bosses. But I love having Tails on. It doesn't feel right if you don't have Tails with you and you're playing as Sonic. No, I don't... I was thinking about testing it there, but I didn't bother. I don't know if the timer counts... The rings count down quicker if the screen's black and you're supersonic. I would assume so. I'm not testing it. I don't even think I know where I'm going. There we go this way. I love this Supersonic theme so much. It's probably my favourite Supersonic theme. Yeah, probably. I remember they used the Sonic 4 one a lot though for some reason. I don't know why. And for some reason Sega seemed like they were really proud of that game. But I liked it, it was alright. But they seemed like they were really impressed with it, and they kept adding like stuff like random hints to it. I don't know why. Okay, I want to go here, that's where I want to go. On this checkpoint, so I don't get lost there again. I don't know how I got lost. Okay, now this is a new addition to this level. You can go inside these submarines. It's not yellow, sadly, but it's a submarine nonetheless. And yeah, you've got like mini levels inside it, which is really cool. I'm gonna get rings, because I would absolutely love to have Supersonic for this boss. If I don't have Supersonic for the boss, that'd be sad. There's one more submarine you go through, and then there's a boss. So hopefully I can keep Supersonic for the boss. Run. I thought if I'd spin dashed it would have broken it, but it didn't. Submarine's just here. There we go. There isn't rings in here. I don't think there's a ring capsule in here. There's one of those like special ring capsules from Knuckles Chaotix. I'll show it because I haven't actually. Yeah, you can see the monitor there. I'm not going to pick it up because it'll waste time. I'm wasting too much time there already. But basically, they make it so all of your rings, when you get hit, they become massive rings. And when you pick them up, so if you picked one of them up, you'd get more rings back than you normally would. Okay, that's quite a few hits. Oh, I don't know if this is going to last, is it? Come on. I don't mind this boss, it's just... I feel like I'm going to die if I have no rings against this boss. Okay, come on. Yes! Oh, thank God. That was close. I'm glad I had a fire shield. Hi, how are you? I'm doing very good, thanks, Edwin Lopez 213. Thanks for asking. How are you? I thought I'd mention again. There's a poll in the description, and if you want to vote for the character I play as in the next live stream, then go ahead and vote there, and you'll decide which character I'll be playing as. Lava Reef. I believe there's 3 more zones and we're done. These are a reference to Sonic CD, those things, the massive like weight thing that I touched and it moved. Is this the bit where, I think? No, okay. These actually, they might be in the original, but they remind me of the fire shooters from Marble Zone from Sonic 1. Oh, that's an item there. What's this? If I can get it. Fire shield. I didn't actually know that was there. Like, it seemed like it should be very obvious, but I didn't know it was there. There's a switch here. And then you spin dash on these, and they work as like elevators, and they take you down. It's really cool. Well, some of them take you up. It depends which way you need to go. I mean, technically that one can take you up if you want to go backwards into a level. But I mean, why would you want to go backwards? You've got to go fast. Damn, I missed. I started talking like Shadow for a second there. Oh, Tails, you gonna help me? I didn't actually mean for that, but you know what, Tails? Seeing as you're so kind, I'll take your help. Come on, Tails, you can do this, my boy. There we go. Invincibility. See, this is why Tails is amazing. See, if I didn't have Tails with me, I couldn't do that. There's rings in here. This is what I was thinking about earlier. With the reason why I jumped into a wall for no reason. And there's a special stage ring around here. I don't want to go that way. Yeah, so this one, that makes you go up. So, wow, that is so picky. So it's going to drop down. If you go here, there's a special ring. Because there was a ring similar to that in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So, anyone who's played that game would know. Which reminds me, the one right at the beginning of What's the name of the zone? I can't remember the name of the zone. The garden zone. In this game. That zone, the special stage ring right at the beginning, is a reference to the special stage location from the launch base in Sonic 3. Because they have one where you go on one of those tubes, but you have to go underneath on the left. Which, I mean, that's a pretty cool reference. I do feel like, so a lot of people still say they prefer Sonic 3 and Knuckles to this game, and like, it's understandable, I can see why. I feel like, I mean, a part of that is because it's this has reuse zones. But I feel like the reason I like this more is because, like, I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles a lot, but I didn't explore too much in it. I originally only got like, I don't actually think I ever got all the Chaos Emeralds until I found out on YouTube that there was a Supersonic ending, and I was like, oh my god, I need all the Chaos Emeralds. And then that's when I first got the Chaos Emeralds. And then later on I discovered all the Hyper Emeralds. But I kind of used the internet to find out where a lot of those special stage rings are. So I feel like this is like my Sonic 3 and Knuckles in a way, because I'm discovering the secrets by myself. Like, I did mention a couple where I found it because of a walkthrough, but I didn't intentionally look at them because of a walkthrough. Like, I didn't go on the internet and be like, oh, I want to know where this is. Like, I just saw it when I saw someone else play. But like with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I kind of like went out of my way to find some of the special stage rings when I wanted to get all the Chaos Emeralds in that game. Obviously, I'd still played it like a lot before I did that, but those are like normal playthroughs. They weren't like Chaos Emerald playthroughs. Okay, let's turn Supersonic here, because I like being cheap. Press Garden, thank you Emperix, how are you? It's good to see you again. Not that I can see you physically, but like I could see you write something. Is there a harder mode? Technically, it's Encore mode is a harder mode. That's what I would consider the hard mode. Did you just triple jump? I don't think I triple jumped. I double jumped when I had an electric shield. I don't remember having an electric shield in this level though. Not too bad, my man. Been a long time. It has. It has been a very long time. I checked on YouTube and my last video was 3 years ago. But I mean, sometimes we just gotta have a break. I noticed that you still do videos, and I've like checked some of them out. I had a look back at the one you did recently with the Sega Mega Drive games. I couldn't catch it live, but I saw the post version. And now we're in more of the inside area of Lava Reef, which was also in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It was also the second stage actually, because in that game it was more of like a lead up to Hidden Palace, but I mean technically it's the same in this game as well. I didn't know that secret ring was there. Wow, I did not know that was there. That's so cool. So this is why I love this game. It's similar to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where you just find new stuff every time you play it. That is so cool. Those Eggman monitors, you do not want to touch them. They will make you lose all your rings or lose a shield. Basically, it makes you get hurt. Does it spawn a TV? I can't remember. I think it might be a one later on. One of those things spawns a TV with an extra life. So keep that in mind. I love the music. The music is so good. I mean, I could say that for every single zone in the game, but we're playing Blue Spheres, guys. I don't want to play Blue Spheres. I'm not a big fan of Blue Spheres. I did not mind it in Sonic 3. I did not get the hype over it, but I can understand why people were wanting it back, because it was never in like any other Sonic game until this one. But I was not the biggest fan of Blue Spheres in the first place, and I don't like the overabundance of them in this game. But it's fine because they're completely optional in this game, unless you want to unlock stuff. Which, I mean, I did go out of my way to unlock everything in the PS4 version. I haven't done that in this version. I got enough to unlock Puyo Puyo because I like to play that with my friends, and that's about it. I do plan on getting all of them though, because I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but I heard that if you play Mania Mode and you have every single medallion, I think that might be every gold medallion, I'm not sure. But if you play Mania Mode with all of the gold medallions, we'll assume gold for now, instead of having blue spheres, it lets you play the Encore Mode bonus stages, the pinball ones, in the Mania Mode. So, yeah, I would really like that, because I really like how they help with like the stage. Like, you unlock power-ups for the stage, which is like I did originally miss, from because Sonic 3 and Knuckles originally had special stages that gave you power-ups and rings that helped you in the stages. But Sonic Mania got rid of that until they released Sonic Mania Plus. So I like that. I think it's a smart move to make. And I know I turned Supersonic again, in case anybody's thinking that. I usually just transform Supersonic as soon as I lose a shield, because I get paranoid in case I lose all my rings, and I don't like losing all my rings. Am I supposed to be able to break that? I can't remember. I know there's an alternate path for Knuckles. And this one here, this is the hardball heavy we're fighting. This is the one called Ryder. I know I haven't actually said all of their names, but Ryder. I said this one. And I mean, I'm gonna choose it. This is actually another one of my bosses that I don't like at all. I feel like I'm being way too negative. I've said a couple of bosses I don't like. I don't like this boss at all. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I was trying to try and... Okay, well, it feels pointless doing this now, but whatever. Let's... Oh, okay. One time, I flew Tails up onto the top of that little capsule, and they still stared into the background, the death egg. Like, they did that, but on top of the capsule. It was kind of humorous. What time are you planning on streaming till? I'm planning on streaming until I finish this game, and I have 2 zones left. I've got all the medallions, and yeah, the pinball station is now available. Okay, thank you so much for telling me that. I really want to do that now. Why do you think they didn't bring back time stones, even though Little Planet is in Sonic Mania? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like the reason is because they added the Phantom Ruby, and then adding in time stones on top of that with the Chaos Emeralds. It feels like there's too many like emeralds, like emerald type stones, or whatever you want to group them as. And to like a casual player, that might seem like a bit too much stuff to add in the game. I think having the Chaos Emeralds that everybody knows about, and then adding this new cool one, it's like I think that's a good way to like balance it. I always hear like random misheard lyrics when I hear the song. I don't actually know what they're saying. If I missed it, but if you continue on with that path, you can go to a special stage ring. I don't need it, but it would have been nice to show off. I haven't actually said this yet, but as you can see by the title card, it's a Wacky Workbench, and Wacky Workbench is from Sonic CD. It's the last zone in Sonic CD, from what I remember. I need to play Sonic CD again. The last time I turned on Sonic CD actually was for my friend, who might still be in the chat, because I was trying to get him into the older Sonic games, because he hadn't really played them. He played the newer ones like Sonic Colors, and he played through all of Sonic CD. Yeah. Before that though, I can't really think of the last time I played Sonic CD. I don't know why I jumped there, and I'm surprised I didn't get hurt. I feel like the hitboxes on that enemy that I went past a second ago are really lenient, and I'm very thankful for it. I feel like this is one of those zones where I feel like I should practice it more, because I don't actually know like the fastest route. I kind of just take the same route every time. We're close to the end now, I believe. I really like this gimmick where they take you to the background and then you go back to the foreground. It's so cool. Okay, and then right here is the boss. And this is a reference to the final boss from Sonic 1. Oh. And luckily it doesn't have that glitch where, in Sonic 1 there was a glitch where... Oh, I keep spin dashing it, it does nothing, but Tails hit it, so it's fine. Where if you... you can hit it like twice, I think, when it's the last hit, and it resets the hit cap back to like 250 something, and then it's practically impossible to beat the boss. Notice how I said I'll stop doing the spin dash, and I still did it. Okay, and then he's on like a pinch phase, which some people might not want me to bring this up, but it reminds me of Sonic 4. Ooh, that was way too close to for comfort. Should be one more hit. There we go. That makes me really paranoid. How is Sonic CD bad? I love Sonic CD. Inside track, guys, no worries. Oh wait, I missed some stuff. So I thought, okay, let's catch up with the chat quickly. Plus, no one needs time travel. Yeah, that's a very good point, Emprix. Hello, friends. Sonic CD is bad, but that's like become a meme now. Where do you think the time stones are in the Sonic Mania? How is Sonic CD bad? I love Sonic Mania. Inside joke, no worries. I can understand why some people don't like Sonic CD. It's a bit all over the place. Okay. I've read out all of those just so I can play the game now and say about them. So, where do I think the time stones are? I think the time stones are still in the script or the programming of Sonic CD, and they will never be brought back. I felt like if there was one perfect time they had to bring them back, it should have been Sonic 06. But the less we talk about that game, the better. As for the Sonic CD hate stuff, I actually really love Sonic CD. I know it was a meme, but it adds stuff to say if I can talk about Sonic CD. I really like Sonic CD. It's one of those Sonic games that get out of the classics I haven't played as much as the others. I've played Sonic 1 and 2 the most, so I know the most about them. Oh, and this. I count this as a classic Sonic game. I love how you have Chibi Sonic now, which was also in Sonic CD. So I find... I actually haven't been this way before. I've never seen this area. And I don't like it. Can I? Let's go down here. It's like way too like claustrophobic there. Yeah, I really like Sonic CD. I know like the level design's a bit all over the place, similar to what Emprix was mentioning. But I feel like the ideas they had kind of outweighed that, and honestly, I don't think the level design is that bad. The only times I don't like the level design is Wacky Workbench, because that's just a mess. You're bouncing all over the place, and I feel like I'm gonna have a seizure playing that level. And Stardust Speedway. I'm not a big fan of that level. I like it enough, but I also dislike it. It's kind of weird. It's like a love-hate relationship. The rest of the levels I really like. And I have like a really weird liking. I take a like to. I don't know what word to use. To don't hit those Eggman monitors, guys. To the water level in that game, which I can't remember the name of, but I'm sure Emprix will tell me, or someone will tell me. Tidal Tempest, I think that's it. I really like this boss. It's like little gacha machine. They have like gacha capsules, and then yeah, basically you have to get all of them out, then the ship will fly away, and then you got to destroy all these. They even have a song. I was gonna say Tails doll. I stopped myself and accidentally said Sonic doll. It's an Amy doll. Tails is gonna get blown up by it. Actually, can I do what I did? Go on, Tails. Do your thing. Oh, okay. One time I used Tails, because you can control Tails, they work a bit. I used him and flew up to the top of the stage and then destroyed the boss straight away. As soon as the boss popped in, You died. It has Sonic Boom in it, so it makes CD a top 10 for me. Yeah, oh, yeah, okay, when I thought Sonic Boom, I thought of the game. Yeah, the song. That's a good song. 2-2 Sonic Warrior, I prefer that. A liking to, thank you for correcting me. Amy Doe, there we go, thanks for correcting me again. And we're on the last stage, guys, Titanic Monarch. This is the last new, well, I was going to say last new stage of the game. Technically, there's one more stage after this, but I don't really count it as a full stage, and anyone who's played this game already knows why. If you haven't played this game, I'll keep it a little surprise for you, but you could probably guess what it is. But I'll keep the suspense there anyway, because that's what I like to do sometimes. Now, I actually only know of one special ring location in this game, actually. And I might not even end up getting it. But, because like, it's one of those ones where, at least from my knowledge, or at least when you play Sonic, ouch, you only have one chance of getting it. So, but that's fine. It's the last stage of the game. It's supposed to be like challenging. Like, that's not me complaining. So I've been saying this throughout the stream. There's a poll in the description. You can vote what character I play as next. Some of them have changed things up because I don't want to play the exact same like game like the whole way through as 5 different characters. I've got to change things up. So like Tails debug mode and stuff like that. I should mention Ray will be New Game Plus. I didn't write that, but he will be. Let's get the shield. I want the shield. I love the sound effects in Sonic. The sound effects are amazing. That pig enemy, this one, it has a name. I don't remember the name. That's a reference to Scrap Brain Zone from Sonic 1, which I'll take that reference. I'm wondering if I'm near where the special ring is. I can't remember the location, like, I can't remember where it is in the level, but like, jeez man, this is really tight. There we go. I can't remember the exact, like, location is, but when I see it, I know it, if that makes any sense. I keep getting hurt. There is actually a trophy or achievement or whatever you want to call it. Am I going to get hit again? No? Okay. I don't understand them things sometimes. When you get to like a certain distance, they stop doing it, but sometimes I feel like I'm still really close to it and it stops. In the like achievement versions of this game, the versions that have achievements, because this is the Nintendo Switch version, it doesn't have achievements. There's an achievement for wow. There's an achievement for beating this level without dying. No, not dying, without getting hit. Which, if I was playing those versions, I wouldn't have that. Because I clearly got hit. Maybe it's near here? I'm not sure. There's a spring here, I know that. Okay, let's get hit by the spikes, because apparently it's all I'm good at the moment. I'd rather be here. Okay. Hug this, because there's spikes down there. Yay, extra life. I feel like I was on a tangent and I completely forgot what I was talking about. I was checking that wall if there was a special stage hidden there, but apparently not. Jeez, I just like hit every spike in this stage. I thought I was going to there. I usually don't fall for that trick, but apparently it tricked me. Because like, you know, the springs like pop up out of nowhere. Okay, I kind of want those 10 rings. How much do you want to bet that I get hit by that pig? Not pig, that turtle. Yes, invincibility. I don't think... No, I think I knew that was there. I just don't think I ever intentionally got it like I did there. I usually just, like, jump up and then I just, like, get it without realizing. Because I do remember being invincible in this section before. There's an extra life there. Don't collect it. Or, you know, just fall down the whole stage. I'm still not going to try and collect it. I thought I was going to get hit by those spikes. Okay, let's... Thank you. Is this the boss? Yeah, it's the boss. I might have missed the special stage ring, or I might be in the second stage, but there's a bunch of those... You know those bumpers, like the yellow little bumpers that I had to use to get back up to this highest platform, the ones that I missed and fell all the way down. If you hit a couple of them in a certain part of the level, they disappear on a left side of one of the walls, and then you can get a special stage ring. There we go. Okay. I love Titanic Monarch. Yeah, Titanic Monarch is good. There was like a glitch in the second act. I think they removed it. I'll explain it in a second. And after they removed that, I kind of liked it a bit more. Two glitches, I think, actually. I find the lack of Sonic R music in this game disturbing. I can't feel the sunshine either. I voted for A. Cool. Bullhog. I'm guessing that's the name of that enemy. Thank you, Bullhog. Wait, what's here? Was that it? There's not anything here. No? Okay. There was something I loved. Yeah, I remember now. So there was like one glitch, two glitches, sorry. If you turn supersonic and you get to the time portal, the Phantom Ruby portal at the end of this level, you would, like, it would switch you out of supersonic for some reason. You can still go back into it if you have enough rings, but if you don't, it's like a bit annoying. I spin dash right into that. They fixed that now though. Probably with the update. And not just the Sonic Mania Plus. The other one was if you die in this level, I'm trying to remember it exactly. Because I might be a bit wrong on how this works, but it definitely was some kind of a thing, something similar. If someone wants to correct me, they can. But basically, so maybe I should explain it when I get to... Yeah, it would be easier when I explain it when I get to the section. So I'll wait till I get to the section. Let's collect this. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thanks, Spring. I was just about to get those rings. I guess I won't go back for them. Okay. So, there will be a portal soon. Maybe here? Yeah, right here. See, we're back here again. But that area that we went up to in the top left is closed off. And we had to go to each of these 4 sections, and they close each one off. I think it was if you died before the patch, all of the things would reopen again, and it would still like keep your time, like, and it would be really easy to time over because of that. So I'm glad that they fixed that. Ooh, okay. Yeah, and if you fall into the Phantom Ruby stuff, it like pushes you back to the beginning of the zone. I'm so annoyed that I lost all my rings there. So this is why I wish that I turn into Supersonic sometimes. I don't want to go there. It's down here, right? Yeah. Like, I don't want to turn into Supersonic because I like saving it, but then stuff like that happens, and I get annoyed. You know what? Screw this. You're supposed to stand on the other side. I was standing on the wrong side. What is... Oh, there's invincibility down here. Let's take it. And get hit. I was expecting those blue bars to be platforms. That is really weird. It's like some Sonic CD level design going on down there. Okay. I said to myself I was not going to hum the music. I did that completely wrong. And yep, there we go. Next one. I wonder if they will add the Phantom Ruby back into the next game or whatever the next game is going to be. Next main game. Like, I'm not including Sonic Team Racing. Something I was going to say earlier, seeing as we're right near the end of the zone. What's everyone's thoughts on Sonic Mania or Sonic Mania Plus or whichever one you played? If you want, just say your thoughts on it. If you haven't played it or if you've only watched it, then you can say what you think about it. I'll read it out, probably during the credits, or maybe during a transition. I don't know. Oh, and I will add a warning. When we get to the last boss, I will probably die because I'm not very good at it. We just got this last one to open up here, or close off, I should say, because we're closing them all off. So fast. Oh, those hanging sections are probably a reference to Wacky Workbench from Sonic CD. Ah, this is the area I'm thinking of. It's this area. Let's go. Let's go. So if you go through this wall here, let me go through that wall here. Please don't click. There we go. There's special stage ring. I'm going to turn Supersonic. I found out that one not long ago, actually, when I played Mania Plus. That's the only one I know of in this zone. I assume there are more, but I don't know of any others. And I'd like to keep it that way until I find out one myself. Unless, like, I mean, if you want to share one in the chat, you can go ahead. I can read it out. That's fine. I feel like there's a difference if you ask, like, a friend, like, what, or an amigo, because you guys are my amigos. I know it means the same thing. But I feel like there's a bit of a difference between that and then looking up a guide. And this ending, this, like, well, quote-unquote last boss, kind of reminds me of the D-pad boss, the last boss from Sonic CD, just like the way it looks. And yes, I'd probably be absolutely choosing it. So basically, when he does that, he's open for a hit. The electric balls will hurt you, so you want to avoid them. Obviously, Supersonic makes you invincible, so that doesn't matter. And I'm so glad that doesn't crush you. He's going to bring out his hands, his magic master hands from Smash, and it takes you to one of the hard-boiled heavies. You basically just have to survive. Like, there is stuff you can do. From the looks of things, you can, like, maybe destroy them, but I've never done that, and I don't know if it makes any difference at all. Because I usually just beat Eggman and then call that a day. We're almost up, Ring's got 20 left, but we should be able to do this. There we go. Gotta love choosing that boss. Alright, I'll do what I said and read out the credits at the end. I'm not... if someone can let me know, the Phantom Ruby Warp effect, can you see that in the live stream? Because when I did the practice run, the screen blacked out when I did that, but everything else was fine. I mean, I can check back myself, but if someone can tell me, that'll also be helpful. So yes, this is the secret special stage you get. If you get all the Chaos Emeralds, you turn into Supersonic. The timer is non-existent because it just goes all over the place. However, you are still technically timed because your rings are always going down. Sonic does have an extra ability in this. While you're flying, you can do a dash. I would show it off, but it makes you lose 10 rings, and I don't like that. The King Heavy can damage you. Eggman is just annoying. I believe the King Heavy has like a piece from the last boss from Sonic 3 alone. But at least that's I personally can't recognize it here, but that's at least something that I heard from when I watched Brain Scratch's run, I think it was, and I kind of like that idea, so I'm sticking with that because that was like the only boss that could hurt Sonic, Super Sonic, from what I recall. It would be absolutely awesome if I did this first try, because I usually die once. Something I do recommend is, and I'm not doing it now, because I'm stupid. Oh god, I got hit twice there. 3 times. That is not good. That's no good. Oh my god. See, me and my big mouth. Jeez. I recommend standing on the floor more than flying. Sometimes the game forces you to fly if you get hit in a certain way. But I recommend standing more than flying. It's a lot easier. Those projectiles, the green ones, are the ones that hurt you. And that's no good. I also noticed whenever the timer goes to 9, I think it flashes red. Like, this is just me like half paying attention. Yes, okay, we need one more hit, otherwise I'm gonna lose. Please do this. Yes. Oh yes. I'm so happy. Yeah, that dash you did in the cutscene, that's the dash that you can do in-game. Okay, let's have a look at the chat, because this is going to be the ending cutscene with the ending credits. Okay, I timed over all the time the very first time I played Mania. That was Emperix who said that. And he also says that he voted. Thank you for voting. A reference to the Gumball machine. What was the reference to the Gumball machine? Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. My brother came in with his dog while I was playing the Mega Man X Legacy Collection. I'm assuming it's good, and I'm assuming the ports are great. I'm kind of jealous because I kind of want that, but can't have that. And as you can see, Sonic Mania, Sonic has been transported by the Phantom Ruby, and he's now going to be stuck in a mediocre game for about 2 hours, and then he'll come back here. So don't worry. But yeah, no worries, Robo Crash. I'm glad you're back. Been an amigo since day one, guy. Hell yeah, monk. Sorry, don't worry, honey. The disappearing bumpers. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Still, yeah. Oh, see ya. Bye bye. That's Fabio Canio. Bye, Fabio Canio. So yeah, we're just on the credits. I'm not gonna skip them. I might skip them when I do the other playthrough. I might not. It doesn't feel like a good ending if you don't have the credits. So I mean, I might keep them for the others. But yeah, one last time. I've said this probably like 7 times, but there's 7 Chaos Emeralds, so I have to say it 7 times. There's a poll in the description, and you can vote for what character I play next. So go ahead and do that. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow, maybe around the same time. I might not do Sonic Mania. There's a couple of other games I want to play. I want to play Sonic Forces, I want to play Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy for Switch, and I want to play the Octoling expansion for Splatoon, because I have not played that yet. So those are stuff that I'm thinking about. I also, yeah, we'll keep it at those 3 for now. It's getting very hot in here. I do have my water with me though, so that's great. But I haven't really needed it throughout though. I drank like a whole glass of orange juice before I started the stream, and because of that I haven't needed to drink anything. There are a lot of new features in the X Legacy Collection unless you watch the reviews. I haven't actually watched the reviews. I mean, I guess I'll keep that as a surprise. BB Tag. I mean, I could do some Blaze Blue. I probably won't do the story mode because that's pretty boring. I'll probably just do online, and then just a stream online for like an hour or 2. We can see. I still can't speak that language. I'm gonna assume that says, do I like Sonic Forces? I do like Sonic Forces. I don't think it's a great game. I know there's a lot of problems with it, and I can point all of them out for you, and I can say that they're bad, but I can't help it if I play the game and I want to keep playing it and I enjoy it, you know? So, I don't like playing as classic Sonic, like, at all, but I really like playing as the Avatar, and I really like playing as Sonic, like, with the boost. So, like, I can't say I don't like it. I'll be lying if I say I don't like it. Just because the game is not perfect, I'm not going to say I don't like it. I like it. But yeah, that's Sonic Mania. I love how they got the little ending medley that they had in the classic Sonic games, where they play like random bits of music throughout the game. Well, this one here is the Invincibility / Supersonic theme, right? No, this is... Well, that is like a remix of that, but this is from the opening intro song. Well, there's 2 opening intro songs. This is the second one. You have to stick around and listen to... You have to wait on the title screen for the first one, and then you have to wait for the second one, and this is the song that plays that. Google Translate says the comment above is 6 director of Sonic Forces. Okay. I don't know what that means. Maybe they're talking about there weren't very few people. Whoa! Look, Ma. No hands. Maybe they're talking about how many people were on the level design, and like one of them was from Lost World, but that wasn't 6, that was 3, so I don't know. Unless Google Translate thinks 6 means 3. That won't surprise me. I love this song so much. Like, the music in this game makes me feel, like, so happy. Yo, hey Sega CD Universe, how's it going? We just reached the end of the stream. But, I'm glad you tuned in. If you can hear squeaky noises, it's my chair. Yeah, I love the trailers for this game as well. The ones where, so it's like black and white, and then which is like the first trailer, and then there's one with Ray and Mighty as well, and they just make me so happy. Especially like first time I saw Ray, even though like Ray and Mighty, even though they got announced before in that presentation, like just seeing them, it made it feel more real. I just loved it. Wow, 10 viewers. Yeah, well, 7 now. Sup, Sega CD Universe. I'm not humming the music. I love that. This is like a remix of the file select music from Sonic 3. Which, that song is one of the best menu music. My favourite is still the Sonic Heroes one. It's probably like second best, in my opinion. These credits are too long. Oh, they're not. I've played Sonic Colors, I know what long credits are. The credits in Sonic levels are like longer than a whole world in Sonic Colors. I feel like I said Sonic levels at some point. The credits in Sonic Colors are longer than a whole world in Sonic Colors. Or a whole planet. Yeah. I'm gonna check the straw poll again. I think I will wait until like it's 9 in the morning tomorrow, just in case any late results. We currently have Ray in first, Knuckles and Knuckles in second, Tails in third, and then the rest don't have votes. So, at the moment it seems like Ray, but Knuckles could get there. I mean, any of them have a chance really, but Ray's winning at the moment, and Ray's great, so that's cool. These credits are longer than I remember. This doesn't like loop, does it? Yuji Nakamura. Sega! There we go. And that's my time. So that's actually quite good. That's better than my last time that I remember getting on Sonic Mania Plus. This is a new screen they added to Sonic Mania Plus where they just tells you all the time on those stages. I'm pretty sure that 3 second from Blue Spheres ruined my run though. Like, I probably would have got first on speedrunning records, right?